You know, modern showers have different bits and pieces. And today I had a customer, he called me and he wanted me to fix a little piece of his shower head, and it's just this bit. So this is just a really small part, but this one holds the like the hand the mobile shower head. So this is the second shower bit. So he gave me this one to replicate the model so that he can fix the broken one. So what I'm going to show you in this video is how to design a piece like this one. I show you in the last video how to design something from a photo, but in this case I'm not going to use any photo because this part is basic, so it's like a square with a circle in the middle and that's it. So yeah, I'm going to show you using my just the calipers, take some measurements, make some measurements, sorry, and then try to replicate this part as close as possible. There's two important things here. So this this holder has this small bracket internal, like here, and I'm pretty sure this is just a buffer so that the chromed part doesn't scratch the rest of the shower head. And so I will design this and I will design this one. I will remove these two little pins you may be able to see here. I don't need them, so I just need to make sure it has these two little gaps, and just to make sure they sit here properly. And the second thing is the screw. So in here, right in the middle, you have the hole for the screw to go through, and then the hole that the screw will attach to another pin that is on the shower head. So of course I need that screw just to make sure that once I print the part, the screw goes through with no resistance, and also that the head is pretty much the same thing than here. So let's get into it. I'll start with this part, designing this part. So I have Onshape already open here. So as always, I'm going to work from the top. Or not as always, because I mean, I can move this part however I want. So I'm gonna go from the top. I think I'm not going to do this little curve because on the top and on the bottom it's not completely flat. It's got that little curvature on the top and bottom. So I'm just going to go square, but the corners, they will be rounded. So since I'm going to work from this, like looking from there, from your perspective, is going to be like that. So this is a 28 mil. So I'm going to go with the same measurements. So it's a 28 mil, 28 mil square by. So I'm just going to, again, I'm going to teach you from scratch. So I'm going to create a sketch, just like a drawing, and I need to select a plane. So my plane will be the top plane, and I will select this option, corner rectangle. So it draws square for me. So I set is at 28.2 millimeters. So you hover your mouse over this one and you go 28.2, you hit enter, and then I'm going to measure the height, which is 37 mil. So 37 mil, I'm going to create a center point. So to create the center point and to find the center point of each line in this case, so what I want to do is create a center, like that's an imaginary center, okay? So I'm going to create it, and I need to find the horizontal and vertical center. So you just hover your mouse over close to the center, and then you will have that little square. And then you move your mouse to the other line, and you will find the same square when you hover your mouse over the center of that line. And once you start moving your mouse to the center or close to the center of the object, of the sketch, you will see there these two yellow lines. So what it's telling you is that's the center. So I selected this point, so you can either go Shift S or just click that option, and I'm going to click there. And that will create my center. So I'm going to center everything to the center of the plane. So I select the center of the object, the center of the plane, and then I hit I, the letter I, which is for coincident. So it's gonna center, it's going to constrain the whole sketch, and that's gonna keep it there. So everything went black now. So now what I can do is extrude that little square to make the rectangle, and the height of this holder is 17 mil. So you come over here and select the extrude option. I'm just gonna go to this view, and then 25, it's 17, yeah, 17 mil. Okay. So we have our square, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this hole for the holder. So the option I have here, and I need to be really careful with my measurement, because if it's too small, the shower head won't fit, and if it's too big, it's gonna feel loose. But I'm pretty sure I didn't see it, but I think the shower head is like a cone shape. So whenever you put it, you feel it grabs it, you know? So it grabs it. Sorry. I don't have too many words today, honestly, but I'm gonna do my best. So I will measure this circle here, and apparently this is at 22 mil, but I think, so if I'm going to measure this from the top and bottom, and I'll see if there is any difference. Yes, there is difference. So on this face, on the top, on this one, the size or the diameter of this circle is, I'm going slow, honestly, because I really don't like to rush this type of measurements. So this is 22 mil. And on the other side, I'm just gonna turn it 180, is 21, sorry. So 22 on one side, 22 and 21. So I need to be careful with that because, yeah, as I said, it's not gonna hold it tight. So what I'm going to do here is, on this face, I'm going to create a sketch, and I'm going to draw a circle here right in the middle. And this circle is going to be 22 mil. Now I'm going to remeasure it because I know it's not exactly 22, it's more like 22.2. Okay. And so I already set this diameter for this one. So I hit escape and then it gives me the normal cursor. I double click here, 22.2 mil. Now I need to make sure that circle is on the same distance from the bottom here to the top. But I'm going to work with the 22, not with the 21 mil. So this is the one, and if I measure it from here to here, this is telling me the distance is 16.7. So to do that, you come over here and select this dimension option, or hit the letter D for dimension, and then you select the bottom, the line, and then this, the circle as such. Oof, that was close. So it's 16 point, what did we say? 7. 16.7. 16.7. Cool. Now I need to do the same thing with a 21.2 mil circle on the other side, and I need to make the measurement. So I will accept this, and I'm going to name every single sketch. Every single step I do, I'm going to name it. So I'm going to select the first sketch, Shift N, and I'm going to do base rectangle. Oh, not that way. Base rectangle. This I'm going to remove. I'm just going to hide the top plane, and I'm going to say extrude base rectangle. And now sketch 2 is whole 22.2 mil. That's okay. And now I'm going to go to this side. So I will hit this bottom option, and that's going to give me a flat perspective, a really squared perspective. So I'm going to measure it. I think it's the bottom one. Yep, 21, and this is 21.2. So I'm going to create the sketch on that face of this rectangle. So click it, sketch, circle, and you see I have this little dot. So what I can do is I can create the sketch, the circle, click, then I can center it to respective to this one. So click this, and then you move your mouse. I'm just going to change the color of this part. So you click, you right click, oh, you need to leave that, right click, edit preference. And I like this blue navy color because it really contrasts against the gray white sketch color. You can select that, or I think gray works as well, yellow not much. So let's go back to the sketch, but I'm going to change the name. So whole 21.2 millimeters, edit, so double click it, and then select this and select this. So this is the center of the 22.2 hole. You select them, hit I, and then it will center this hole against this one. So these two are the same, are in the same position, are centered. Now I need to give this circle a diameter of 21.2 millimeters, 21.2. Cool. So for now, what I have is this sketch and this sketch. And now I'm going to use this loft option. So you will select solid and then remove. Then it asks you for the profiles. So the profiles is this profile and this profile. And then it will automatically create that hole in an angle, in a cone shape. You just need to hit OK. And that's it for now. So from top, you see that this purple area, that's the 1 millimeter difference. Okay, so we have that. I think we can go with the hole here. So this hole is not a big deal. We already know the hole is about 17, 18 millimeters away. But the important part is how deep is this gap. So first, I'm going to measure that bit. So it is 4.5 millimeters. There is an option here, this hole option. However, you can select a circle here, okay? You can tell, okay, create a hole here. So what I can do is, and I'm gonna try this, is create a plane on this face. Oh, well, not on that face. I'm gonna create it from this face. And I will tell this plane to be 18 millimeters from the bottom this way, okay? So I'm going to click this opposite direction and then I will hit 18 mil away. Now, I see that 18 millimeters maybe is not right, so I will re-measure this and it's 17. So I know we set 17 or 17 point something, but because it goes in an angle, I have 1 millimeter down in difference. So what I can do is I will measure one side and it's exactly 17.2 and the other one should be 16.7. Perfect. Why? Because in a circumference that is 21.2 and 22.2, the difference on this side and this side is not 1 millimeter, is 0.5, 0.5. So on this side, it says 16.2 and on the other side, it says 16.7, so plus 5. So what I can do is find the middle part, which is ish 16.5, and I will say 16.5. Oh, sorry. No, say 16.9. There you go. If you wanna be right in the spot, is 16.95. So that's the dead center in between here. Now, from here, what I can do is create a hole, and the sketch will be, I need to create one hole. Sorry, I thought that too long. So I need to create a mate connector, and the mate connector is again, it's like an imaginary point of like a starting point. So what I'm going to do is on the plane from the top, not from the top, from the back, from here. Don't pay attention to the positions, just remember I'm working, the sketch started from the top plane. So I'm here on the back, it doesn't matter, and I am on the plane, on that plane, not an airplane. So I will create a sketch on the plane number 1, and I will create a circle. Not a circle, I'm going to create a dot. So I will create the dot right in the middle of both lines, okay? So I was able to find this one because this is the top plane, but I can't find this one. Don't worry. I will create that dot there, but I will create a construction line. So you hit L for line and Q for construction, and that highlights this option. So this line will be that dotted line. And that dotted line, what I'm going to do is I'll go over here, click the top top point of the dotted line, and I will click that vertex on the top left corner of this drawing, and I will click I or hit I. So coincide these two, and I will make this coincident as well here. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. So here and here, I. Now here, I will click this point and I will find the center of this one. Now what I can do is hit this point and just click this one, and I will make them to constrain horizontally. So from the view we are at the moment, I'm going to make this dot in the middle, this one, to coincide, to be constrained horizontally to this one. So you can either hit the letter H for horizontal or come over here and click this one. So I hit the H for horizontal and now it's constrained there. I click OK, and now I'm going to rename this. So now I'm going to create, finally, I'm gonna create my hole. So my hole will have this mate. You gotta move your mouse around, because if I select the dot right there, that's not gonna work. So I'm going to select this one. Don't select this mate connector. This is not going to work there. Weird, but it doesn't matter. Both will work, or any will work. And you have these three options: simple, counterbore, or countersink. If you are an engineer who knows a lot of this terminology, you already know what I'm talking about, but I'm going to explain it. So a simple hole is a hole, a normal hole, a hole that has a diameter and a distance of depth. In this case, I need to use a counterbore, but this is the counterbore, and there is another option that is the countersink that has that angle on the top head, but I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use the counterbore. Now it shows you this weird thing, but I'll show you how to fix it. So First, I'm going to say that so here, counterbore, you have the width of the screw part. So this is that part. So if I measure it is 3.8, 3.7, I'm going to go with 4.2. One sec. 4 point, and I'm doing that noise because I'm moving my caliper back and forth to make sure if it has some resistance, and I think that's okay. So if I go with 4.3 here, 4.3 millimeters, hit tab, the size of the head hole is, so you just measure the head, and this one is 7.6, so I'll go with 8 millimeters is enough. And if I measure this one, this is bigger, 8.7. So you know what? I'm going to go with 8.5. Now the depth of the head is, I'm going to measure it, but I already have the dimension there. So here it says is 2.7, but here I need to use this one because if I make it smaller or shorter or larger, probably in the shower will not fit. The screw won't fit properly, or it will go too much inside and probably it's gonna break something. So I want to avoid that. So that is 4 millimeters, 4.2 millimeters. So here I'm going to go with 4.2 millimeters. The depth of the hole, I will say to the termination, I think it could go to up to next, and that up to next is going to stop here. But yeah, up to next is here. So click OK, and I have my hole for the screw. Now let's make the beauty borders we have here. Okay,